All right. Are we ready to do this stupid thing that we suck at so bad right now?
All I wanted to do was drink water.
All right.
Yeah.
And three,
All right.
two,
Okay.
one, you suck. All right. So
All
what we're
right.
gonna call this? Okay, what we're gonna call this? We'll call this an intro to something that we, for some reason, I cannot get right. What we'll do? We'll call this the intro and the shortened version of what it is we're trying to do. For the month of July, we would like to drink water every day. There you go. Drink more water. Drink more water is the goal. You and I we're going to attempt to drink a gallon of water every day, but we are making half of a gallon the bare minimum. I'm sure that you have your container close by.
Ooh, never leaves my side.
As do I. 64 ounces.
Just like the Lord, never leaves.
64 ounces is half of a gallon. That's what this is. This is a half a gallon container. My goal is to drink at least that container every day. Might as well, again, explain why we are doing this ridiculous, terrible Skype recording introduction, because we tried to get a video, and as any, the 3 or 4 people that have paid attention to anything that I've tried to do in the last year, I cannot get video to work with this new stupid camera that I bought. And this time,
you just notice you're kind of a fuck up, so it's fine. It's
it's always for a different reason. Turns out, if you're using a power cord plugged into a DSLR camera, do not unplug that while you are still recording, because that'll corrupt your file, and you end up wasting.
Always the same root cause. You.
Yes. I am the same variable in all of this. But so what we're gonna do?
Challenge, a little sneak peek for August's challenge is called "Don't Be a Fuck Up." Sorry, Chad.
I failed already.
No. Oh yeah, it's already got it. All right.
So yeah, we'll call this the introduction. I say that we salvaged the audio, but you know what? I haven't checked, so that's why I figured we would do the quick bare bones message that we're trying to get out. Just try and drink water every single day. Some people don't drink water ever, so if you're that kind of person, you want to try and drink more water, just drink a thimble every day would even count. You know what I mean?
I drink a thimble of pee every morning. but
that's what we're going for. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I forget now. You ruined it, like the videos. Oh, wait, no, you're going to put that audio on Spotify? See if we can't get, sponsored? Just the audio?
See if we can't get an Aquafina sponsor or something.
Yeah, well, get on Spotify and go to noonewatchesshit.com, which I don't think that's how Spotify works, but still.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to, hopefully, if at least the audio worked out. Again, I was so bummed out when I found out I didn't get the video that I didn't even check the audio. I'm sure the audio is good, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack it on to the end of this. If anybody cares to hear the actual conversation that we recorded about this, it was way better than this.
Beautiful. Poetic, really.
Way better than this Skype trash that we're doing. It was
basically an audiobook.
Yeah, it was basically an audiobook of the year.
Tears. I mean, it was a whole thing.
So yeah, it hasn't even been 5 minutes. I think that's long enough for us to record this little intro that we've been doing. So yeah,
the intro. We're like a rap group.
So yeah, again, just real quick, drink more water for the month of July. Drink water every day. You determine however much you decide to drink. We're gonna go for a half gallon minimum. Gallon being the actual goal, because that's right around the recommended daily amount of water. Can you believe that?
9.98 gallons.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to even do better, not waste water. So I even in the shower, I get cup it all right to my face. I just drink in any bit of water I can get.
Any water near me does not touch the ground.
No, not at all. Or else I suck it out of the dirt.
At least for the month of July. So yeah, that's the gist of what we're going for. And really, you could just listen. You could just read the words that I'm going to post to this as well. You don't have to listen to any of this. You don't want to.
You know very well the people who watch this can't read. Our friends can't
read. So if you want to hear the actual conversation you had, just stick around and you can stare at a black screen while we talk about nothing.
And then put a picture of water up, at least, in case you don't know what it looked like. And then in August, we're going to try to not drink any water.
Well, water for rich people.
Yeah. Ooh, look at me. I got water to drink. Must be nice. But
so until next time, we'll see everybody August 1st.
Stay tuned to watch how Clint inevitably screwed up this recording.
Yeah,
Probably just the audio. Probably just the audio this time. We're gonna have it's gonna look like a poorly dubbed old Japanese movie where our lips are gonna be moving. It's gonna be old conversation.
if it doesn't work on this one, a goddamn Facebook post is all we're doing.
July will be the hang yourself challenge.
Yeah.
But
all right.
I'm tired of talking to you.
All right, me too. Later.
Deuces. Yeah, that's right. I said deuces. So I'll say myself.
Coming to you live.
All right, are we officially starting?
Yeah.
Okay, we're officially starting. All right, so we are finally getting this water. Well, it's been a while since we've done a challenge, but it's also been a while since we've decided to do this water challenge. We've been trying to get this done for a couple months now, and just things keep coming up. We actually tried to record it one time. Didn't really work out the way that we wanted.
We were in a state.
We decided that it's probably, you know what,
Those guys are dumb.
yeah, you know what, we decided, we got nothing but time to get this right.
Drink up a little bit and come back at this from a different angle.
So let's do this again. This is going to be for the month of July. It's June right now, June 25th today. So this is going to give everybody a few days to get their vessels chosen, right?
Amazon.com. You might have heard of it.
Brought to you by water. But actually, this challenge is this was your idea. You actually, and I was actually surprised. You just texted me one day. You were like, "Dude, we got to drink more water next month."
I've been thinking about it because I historically don't drink a lot of water.
Nobody drinks enough water.
True, but I just thought about it. I'm like, that would be a good challenge, and then I just didn't know how much to do. I was like, okay, how much? What do we? It's weird to put a number on it. Like, we got to drink more water. Okay, how much? We're doing a challenge. Like, shit. All right, how much? So we looked, and it was like, we floated around a couple different ideas. Like, well, let's see what the American Engineering Society Chemistry Department says, or whatever we found. And they're like, it's actually in liters. But, so we converted it. It's like 9.8, or it's like 0.998 of a gallon. So we rounded it up.
So
it's like 3.3 liters or whatever, I think is what they said.
So what we discovered is that the recommended daily amount of water that you should be getting is a gallon, which is outrageous. That's a lot, man. And listen, we've kind of ironed out how we kind of each want to do our own thing. As far as the rules of this challenge, the rule is drink water every day. Mm-hmm. Okay, because let's face it, some people that you and I know very well, I'm sure, don't drink any water ever.
Talking to you, Jimmy.
And Glenn. I'm pretty sure I've never seen my old man drinking a bottle of water ever.
And that's another stipulation. It doesn't count that there's a lot of water in my Pepsi. No, at least for me, I'm only counting real water.
Yes.
Real water.
So this is what I've decided.
Water.
This is what I've decided. And we already talked about this, and I told. And actually, we were gonna do this challenge last month, and again, we kind of screwed up the recording, and
we Stu and Cheved it.
Yeah, exactly. So what we kind of did, I guess, was kind of just gave this a test run for a month, right? See how much water we can get in, things like that. Hey, dog, shut up. Sorry. I even warned you right away, okay, first of all, a gallon is what's recommended. Okay. I used to try and do the meathead thing and carry around a gallon jug of water and try and drink a gallon of water every day. I almost never hit a full gallon. It's tough to get a full gallon in. Now, the hardest thing about drinking so much water, anyone who's going to join this with us is going to figure out, is peeing all the time.
And you told me that too. You're like, dude, I don't know, peeing is really a problem. I'm like, man, Chevy's got a tiny dick. So of course you don't have enough to handle it. No, but I right away when I got this and started trying it, it was once I started having to go to the bathroom, I'd be like, I had meetings guys, we have to cut this short because I'm gonna piss in this meeting. And that has been the worst part. And I don't like waking up in the middle of the night. No one does. But lately I'll wake up and I'll lay there. I'm like, man, why does my stomach hurt? And it's oh, that's right, because I have to piss really bad. And I lay there and I'm always I can wait. I can just do another 2 hours. 2 more hours before I got to get up. And no, I've been getting up a lot.
That's actually the exact reason why I even said, whenever we started talking about this, okay, how much should we be drinking? I said, listen, I'm not going to go for a gallon a day because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to do everything the way that I do it, and I'm going to put it off all day, and then I'm going to get down to like a half a gallon, that I still haven't gotten in, and I'm going to chug it right before I go to bed, and I'm going to wake up in an hour and have to pee and not get any sleep. So like, no, I'm not going to do that. So this is what I have pretty much decided to do. This right here, I'm sure yours is the same size as mine, 64 ounces, yeah?
Half a gallon?
Half gallon. A gallon is 128 ounces. Cheers.
That little thing.
So a gallon.
So.
So this is half a gallon, and I am going to make a half a gallon. I'm going to make one full one of these the goal for each day. Now, I usually do drink about one of these a day, but I also drink other water too. And we talked about this before. The way that I usually start my day every single morning, I have another container that is 32 ounces, so it's a quart, right? Loudon. No, buddy. Sorry, we got dogs running around, everybody. So I have another container like this. It's only 1 quart, and I drink one of those every morning. It's the very first thing that I do every morning. I do that before I drink coffee.
After your morning scream.
I do that before I drink coffee. They say that you're supposed to drink water before you drink coffee because coffee's a diuretic and it actually dehydrates you. So
Okay.
like you want to make sure that you get hydrated before you attempt to dehydrate yourself, kind of like drinking a lot of water before you go out drinking all night. So you kind of hopefully feel better in the morning, right?
Sissies do that.
So I drink a quart of water every morning, and then I make coffee, and I usually have I actually have a limit of coffee. I don't have any more than 4 cups of coffee a day.
No more than 12 cups of coffee.
I can't. I used to drink coffee and I just drink black coffee, but I used to drink coffee all day, and like after a while, like first of all, it doesn't do anything for you anymore, and it makes your stomach kind of feel shitty, and like it's just so I stopped drinking coffee in the morning, like before I leave the house. I've had all my coffee. I don't have any more coffee throughout the day. It's just how I've decided to do it. So like, I'm going to try and drink 1 full container a day, but I'm going to try and not let my quart in the morning count towards it, and obviously my coffee's not going to count towards it.
Why not let the quart count?
Just because.
Okay.
Because I would just because I want to get more than half of a gallon. But that's why I'm going to make half a gallon the bare minimum. I'm going to try and not let that first quart count towards the half gallon.
But you needed to.
But if I needed to, I'll be like, what's going to happen is, like I said, it's going to be 10 o'clock at night, and I'll be like, man, this thing's still half.
That quart totally counted.
Yeah, that quart counted today. But I'd like to maybe shoot for about a gallon a day. Because, I mean, again, you should always be drinking more water. Like you really should.
No doctor's ever been like, you're drinking way too much water.
Right.
You're so hydrated. We don't know what to do with you.
And I've heard it said before that a lot of the times, like when people get headaches, they say like, man, I got a headache right now. Dehydrated. Like, yeah, don't take a Tylenol. Drink some water and then see how you feel.
I've been doing it. Since we didn't get it done last week or last month. I've been kind of like half doing dry runs, and I do it easy at work. Like I don't have a problem getting it done at work. Well, at least I'll get at least a half a gallon through the half of my day when I'm home is the struggle, you know. But it was weird too because I was supposed to wrestle tomorrow because I'm sweet. In an old drunken dad's league, but it got canceled. But while I was cutting weight, I was still trying to drink a lot of water, and like turns out it's hard to cut weight when you're slamming water. Like I would get on the scale and like I would not eat anything. I'd look, I'm like, I only lost 2/10. What's going on here? You know, like I just chugging so much water that I had a big fit. I'm fat,
and that's why you're so shredded.
I'm shredded now, basically.
So again, is that what you're going for too? Half gallon minimum?
Go for a gallon.
You're going for a gallon.
I want to go for a gallon because I usually at least when I'm at work I usually get one of these down.
Mm-hmm.
The whole bottle, swallow the bottle. So like I get 1 bottle down and then like I chip away at it the rest of the day. I've been doing it to deter myself from eating too.
That does help
because I'm like, man, I could go for like some chips, but fine, I'll drink water. You know, not satisfying as drinking.
And that's another thing that they tend to say too is that like a lot of times if you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. Yeah. Like okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Like man, I can totally eat right now.
Man, I can kind of go for some crack. You're just thirsty. Like,
and see, that's another thing I wonder about that whole like they recommend 1 gallon of water a day. Does that mean a gallon of straight water? Because like I just said, okay, there's water in food. There is water in food.
There's water in everything.
There's water in everything.
It does make you wonder how they do these tests. Like, all right, we got to figure how much water a person should drink. I don't know what I'm doing here, but
Let's just mess with everyone. Tell them it's almost
tell
a
them it's 3
gallon.
gallons. Tell everybody it's 3 gallons. See if we can't get.
But yeah, I'm definitely okay. If I get a gallon in, that's great. But like, what's gonna happen probably is I'm probably gonna get down one of these. I'll fill it up again, and then probably not even touch it.
It's weird because I don't think a half gallon's very hard. I think a gallon's very hard.
A gallon is really
Like,
hard.
it's not that different, but it's way different.
And
when
again,
you're trying.
anyone who's joining in on this with us, you're gonna be peeing all day. I'm sorry.
I do hate that I'm carrying this around like to and from meetings at work, and people are like, "Look at that guy." I'm like, "You're poor."
Well, I did. I actually just bought this not too long ago because I'm trying to get away from the plastic containers.
course,
Really,
of course.
not necessarily because I care about the ocean or environment or anything, but they say that like it's just not necessarily good to be drinking out of plastic containers.
Yeah. So they say.
Whatever. Try drinking water that hasn't touched plastic. Try finding water that hasn't touched plastic.
Like you would find that out.
Well, like
Rain.
just
Rainwater.
the reason why I was even thinking about this in the first place is I just buried a water line at my place, a plastic water line.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
PVC.
that's
CPVC.
that's special.
That's special. That's what the C stands for. It's special.
But so that's it, man. I don't think we really have anything else to say. I think that's pretty much it.
No.
Just
Drink water.
Drink water. One of the easiest challenges we've done so far, but it's
If you can't figure that out, my associate here will come by hitching head with a hammer.
and make it your own. Like again, just
Kool-Aid. Fine. You want some Kool-Aid?
I'm glad you said that.
Kool-Aid? You got
Gallon of
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid minimum.
Fine. 2 gallons.
So like I'm definitely not going to count it like okay, let's say because sometimes that other quart container I have sometimes I'll mix up like a drink powder or
Neo
something
or one of those.
Or, yeah,
little-
like you ever do liquid IV? Those are pretty good.
I only. my
you
body's
only-
my
you only
temple.
You only need regular
I straight
IVs. But sometimes I'll do like a couple drink packets a day. That will not count towards my water.
Sure. You
quota.
You contaminated it.
Right, exactly. That doesn't count.
I'm actually-
drink it all you
I'm
want.
boiling all my water.
But if I have
Sure.
2 quarts of liquid IV, and then I have 2 quarts of this, pretty much a gallon, right?
Yeah.
But this is the half gallon that has counted. So
Fair enough.
no mixing of any kind. It's got to be straight water.
Let's get an IV in me. Can't do something with it.
So if you're someone who wants to jump in on this, please do and make
For
it
the
your
4 people out there.
right.
who
Exactly.
Sort of pay attention to
Exactly.
this.
Your grandmother, my mother, and you ladies need to drink a little bit more water. Thanks for listening. All right, we better shut up before we offend your grandmother.
I love you, boys.
All right, we'll see everybody at the end of July whenever we have pissed ourselves to death.
My balls exploded.